Hello, everyone. Hi there. Hi, my friends. I am really excited to have you all here. Thanks so much. Actually, I gathered you all to for the meeting with Vyacheslav. Vyacheslav is an online English teacher, and we will talk about education, online education. And so I prepared some questions for him, and we are gonna to expand these ideas. And Vyacheslav, shortly, please introduce yourself.
Yeah. Oh, my name, you know, some of these people I know by this moment, yeah, but some people are new from me. I'm coming from Ukraine, yeah. I'm a teacher not only of English language. I have some kind of background of teaching at the university. I was a lecturer of history, of the law. I am a specialist in legal disciplines, but now I am teaching English language, and mostly online, because situation in Ukraine now such a specific one, but not only for Ukraine, for many countries, yeah, for Italy, for Russia, for many countries, situation is very specific, and many students, many people, lots of people prefer to study online today. They refuse of coming, refuse of having personal lessons, and I understand them. I understand, but this is really dangerous. Okay, and now it takes most of my time. It takes most of my time teaching online.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah,
Vyacheslav, and as you said, nowadays the online education becomes really actual and quite expensive, and of course really valuable. As an online English teacher, you understand it very well. And just tell me, what teaching online, what problems do you see in this way of teaching?
Oh, at first, maybe there are some teachers here, online teachers. Miss Rita, Mrs. Rita, do you teach online? No.
No. I am a teacher, but not a teacher online. No.
Okay, but
online teacher, no.
But all the same, you understand what it is. I am absolutely confident about it. That you understand. Teaching online is absolutely different from what you do when personally working with a student. This is absolutely different. But maybe it seems strange when I say now. It seems different just when you start process. And when I started it really seemed strange. Yeah, it really seems strange, because when you have students in front of you day after day, and suddenly they leave you and you see them only on the screen, it's really unusual. But absolutely no problem. After 2 or 3 days, 2-3 days passing by, and you don't feel how to say, emotionally it's becoming like the same, like it was 2 or 3 days ago. But all the same, this is different. This is different because I face some real problems while teaching online. Really face problems. It doesn't mean that everything's easy, everything's stable, and you know every situation perfect. As you have absolute knowledge of every situation, of every problem while teaching online. Not of course. Not of course. There are lots of specific moments.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for your opinion. Here's on Webtalk, when students and learners come to lessons and chats, they likely will see that there are people of different ages. Why teaching online is beneficial for different ages of groups? Or if to be more specific, how different ages, age groups react on it.
Of course, people of different age react in a different way. Of course, imagine this situation. You take practically not baby, but if this child is 6 years old, yeah, it's you should apply specific methods. You should make it like a game, yeah. But if this is a person of 50 or 55 or 30, it's understandable. It's it doesn't need any discussion. This question, of course. But teaching small children, it is maybe the most difficult, but the best part of process, because children, they are open, they are absolutely, I would say, they are predictable, and you know what they need, what they want, and you may, I would say, you may redirect their emotional condition. For teaching of children, this is my favorite kind of teaching. Yes, when we talk about adults, no, this is absolutely different, because people after 30, they are becoming more practical. Sometimes too much of this you see, and you face sometimes absolutely strange situations. And I want to open my heart now. Sometimes I refuse to teach some students, not because of my I don't know, not because I am greedy or something like that, no. But now I just want to give you example of my friend. He is online teacher as well, yeah. He's not from Ukraine, he's from a different state. He said to me, he's now a manager. He's a manager of English courses here in Ukraine, but came from USA. Yeah, he said to me, one day, one man came to me and he said, I want to have online lessons with you. This is why I know that you're a fine teacher. I feel fine in your presence. I want you to be my teacher. But that my friend said to him, okay, because he's very gentle. He said, I will be teaching you. He said, but we have just 5 minutes of conversation. And after this time, I was feeling absolutely exhausted. I couldn't find a place for myself. And he said, I went to my not secretary, but a girl that is meeting new students, and he said to her, please do anything that you can. I don't want to teach him. I know that he is ready to pay money, but I can't spend even 5 minutes with him. So emotional interaction, this is very important. When you feel that this person suits you, this person is suitable, okay, this is gonna be funny, it's gonna be enjoyable process. But when person is just looking at you and you understand that he is suspicious, he thinks only about like sometimes even I don't know what some people are thinking. They're serious. I'm about English, but they about something else. Or I want sometimes to come to you. I don't want to have an online lesson. I want to see your eyes. I need your time personally. So it's embarrassment. It brings embarrassment. I don't feel fine in such situations. So working with adults, it's not as easy as with children. Okay. This is my answer on your question.
Thank you. Vyacheslav, if you let's give some. Rita wants to join, please. Rita.
Yeah. Yes, thank you, FD. Because Vyacheslav, at the beginning of this conversation, he explained that in his country, a lot of people, they prefer online education, okay?
Yeah.
So they prefer to frequent these online classes. And you, Vyacheslav, you said that you understand very well why, the reason of this choice, okay? So could you explain me better the meaning of this opinion of yours? Why and how you understand very, very well the reasons of this choice? Why you understand that it's better for your students, for students in your country, to following an online class instead of traditional classes in the state system, state school system? Thank you.
I understand your question. First of all, nowadays we have problems of this problem of coronavirus, and this is nowadays this is problem number one, and that's why people now, because I have students and they only want to come to me, but now they just this is a must for them not to come, because people don't want to be infected. And this is problem number one.
The first reason, yeah. Okay,
this
good.
is the first reason, because I lost half of my students now. Some students cannot come and study because parents, especially, it's about children. Parents don't have a job. Parents lost jobs. They don't have money enough for investment in education. This is reality of this day. And in reality, I don't suppose, this is not my deep opinion, that online teaching is better than traditional. No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah. No. I just wanted to know better what your opinion was, because you now are explaining that this situation is related to the pandemic. Okay, so they prefer online education because school system is closed, is shut down, I think. Okay, but usually before this coronavirus, before was the situation the same? The majority of students, did they prefer online class, or they didn't?
No, 50-50. Half
50.
students, half students, approximately, maybe not, I can't count, but some students, half of students prefer to stay at home, because especially adults, because they want to save money, and save time, because it's taking time to reach the place. But now this is 100%. This don't count at all.
Okay, I understand. I mean, I understand what you are saying, because in my opinion, in my very, very modest opinion, I am very, very happy to be in different online classes. But to be honest, I like very, very much the traditional education and not online education, because there are a lot of pros and a lot of cons, of course, disadvantages and advantages for both these two different phases of the problem. But in short, I prefer traditional education, because in my opinion, the benefits are much more, many more than online education. For example, one of the most important purposes, I think, for example, poverty reduction, or education that wants to promote equality, or also health benefits, or economic growth, or discourage crime. Okay, all these facts, all these topics can be explained much better in a traditional system and not in an online system, in my opinion. I don't know. What do you think about this, Vyacheslav?
I agree with you. And what's more, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I absolutely supported such idea. Yes, but now this is my fixed idea. Now I am trying absolutely change style of life because I should follow this. No, I don't want to say that this is a trend, but this is reality of our life. Life is becoming more and more technical, and I don't want and I don't want to stay back. I don't want to I don't know, because sometimes comes a moment, and I know that from experience of many people. Sometimes this moment comes when you are not able anymore to follow, and you should be like I don't know, you should be in a style, you should follow this line. And but I agree with you, because online teaching sometimes limits our abilities of interaction. Yeah. And especially it's about children. Especially about children.
Thank you so much, Vyacheslav.
Yeah.
He is Tom,
Thank you.
the person of younger generation, and he has a question. Tom,
Yeah.
please. Tom?
Yes, Jerry.
Yeah. You raised your hand, and
Yes.
I guess you have something to say. Maybe you have question.
Yes. No, I think that I will use my opinion into this conversation. That I think I like the traditional education more, because the teachers and the student can be met face to face, and I think the teacher is not have to work harder like online, because but I think is have a little bit of teacher that know how to use the computer well to host a online class. So I think the traditional way is the best, because the student can be known, can take the information, or you can say the knowledge easier. I think that is the best way.
You think so? You think that personal interaction is much better, yeah, when you are in the classroom with the teacher. Okay. Okay, I understand. FD, it was a question to you or to me? I don't understand.
I guess he just gave his opinion.
Yeah.
His opinion.
Okay.
Julie. Julie raised the hand, please.
I don't know what class do you like online. What educational do you like online or the traditional class? But with me, in my opinion, I love the traditional class. Because why? Because if you're learning with teacher online, like you and me and some other students, some of the bad students, they don't want to study, they want to watch film or playing games while the parents are not caring about them. So I think online class is only for the student who has responsibility for study and they are good students, they want to learn more. And here in these cases of COVID-19, I think that online education is necessary. We can't go to school now because we can have coronavirus, but in Vietnam nowadays we had come back to school for 2 or 3 weeks and we don't have to learn online anymore.
Thank you. Thanks a lot for your opinion. It's really interesting, and I agree with you. It makes sense, of course, and thank you. But let's turn back to Vyacheslav. And Vyacheslav, sometimes people prefer to take lessons of teachers from other countries. And how does the difference of national background affect the ending result, especially when
Uh-huh.
both a teacher and a student don't possess a common language.
Yeah, of course, this is a problem. This is a problem. I can, I can imagine it when they don't have a common language. This is really, this is really a hard situation. Imagine it. You cannot speak a language of your student, and students cannot speak only your language, and you should use English. You should use English like a base for teaching. So, and this is a problem of how you organize your lesson. And this lesson is based on speaking. When both people do not understand each other, when they have, look, imagine a student absolutely, the student knows nothing about English language. And what should you do? You may just start speaking. You may just start explaining elementary things of such a student. But God thanks, I mostly don't have such problems. I have some foreign students, yeah, but they coming from Israel. This is a Middle East country, and people, some of them know Russian language, yes, and I know Russian as well. And it's not a problem, you understand, yeah? They Russian know and I Russian know. Of course, I prefer to teach them. This is on English. We're trying to use only English language, but of course, when you know Russian, it helps you much. For example, my last student from Israel, it was a it was a big success for us. She knew Ukrainian, and it was much easier because when she spoke Ukrainian, it was for my heart. It was sweet for my heart, and I easily could find a common ground with that student. And so results were absolutely appropriate. I'm happy about that last student. But sometimes when I visit Russian platforms, yeah, I sometimes cooperate sometimes with Russian schools online. And when they feel your accent, when they feel Ukrainian accent, sometimes they feel it. They say, "Oh, you don't know Russian language." I say, "No, I know Russian language, but I don't use it every day. Understand? This is not my language number one." But how will you be teaching our students? Because you should know Russian language. So, but if I sometimes occasionally use Ukrainian words, this is not a great problem. But no, on Russian platforms, they react sometimes negative when they use Ukrainian words. But it happens occasionally, I repeat again. Yeah, but of course, when students and teachers are coming from different countries, this is a challenge for both sides. Yes, challenge. An ideal situation when teacher is coming from a native, when he's a native speaker, yeah, it's much, I don't know, not easy maybe, but it contributes in getting good results. When teacher is native, because native is so for native teacher, especially if this teacher is professional, for him or for her, it's much easier to set accent, use lots of phrases, and what's important, the teacher are using phrases, and if teacher is really a professional, knows what is better for every age, yes. So, and I sometimes enjoy myself to communicate with native speakers, and I feel myself like a student all the time. Yeah. Sometimes I even, my friend, he's from village from America. I tell him, please talk to me. I want you to be my teacher. But so he asks me, I'm not educated guy. What shall I be teaching you to? Say, but you speak in native like you do in America. But when I start speaking like people in my village do, you don't understand nothing. I ask him, start please, start doing that. And when he really speaks like in their village, I understand nothing. Say, what are you doing? What are you speaking about? Please. And he's like, but you want it. Now I start speaking standard English language. So this is my answer to the question.
Thank you. Thank you. If you let's ask to Alexandra. Alexandra, maybe do you have, did you have um, uh, the experience to teach someone who absolutely have no mm,
No
uh,
ideas how to
idea about
speak,
Russian and
how.
English? Yeah. How to?
And in my opinion, as a professional psychologist, I can tell you, I prefer the traditional way to study because, as you know, we are not allowed right now to go to school or university, maybe a language school, because it depends on the subject. I suppose. For instance, if you are learning engineering, you can't learn online because we need to practice, we need to use it, and we need some explanations more. And in my opinion, it depends on the person because some people prefer to study online. Like myself, I prefer to study online because it's comfortable for me. But some people don't like it. It's about only a person, a psychological portrait, how we can feel it, how we can feel comfort, I suppose. But sometimes people don't know how to do that. And if we can teach online, it's a good way. Unfortunately, it's our future. A lot of children prefer to study online in Russia, at least. I don't know about the other countries, but in Russia, analyze it, lots of children like studying online because it takes a lot of time to go to school, especially if you live in a big city. You spend a lot of time on traffic. You spend a lot of time to go to walk to school or something like that. For me, when I started at school, I couldn't imagine it would be like our future. But people don't know how to study online, how to organize the process. I suppose it will be better for us to understand how we can teach because the traditional way is a good way because of our personality. We can communicate in real life. We can communicate with our teacher and get more information from him or her. It's a good way for me to teach offline. But if you live in another country, it's impossible for most people to study online because we need to get a visa, we need to spend a lot of money to go abroad to study. And that's why people prefer to study online because they can study everywhere online.
Thank you. Thanks for your opinion. Friends, please, if you have any questions to Vyacheslav, please feel free. Join us. And okay, I will continue. On Webtalk, Vyacheslav, there are chats with different amount of students. And what do you think? How do you think? What number of students is gonna to be ideal for working in a group, in a lesson, in class?
This is my deep opinion. Many teachers do not agree with me, and sometimes they say they show it. Sometimes they demonstrate it on their faces. Don't discuss this problem because this is problem of financial reasons. Yeah, but I always insist, and maybe this is because of my style of teaching. I think that group should be maximum. It should be maximum 2 or 3 students, not more.
But here on Webtalk, teachers gives lessons.
Even here on Webtalk, maybe even here on Webtalk, because this is my complex. This is maybe has relation to my style of teaching. But I really cannot feel that so many people are engaged. When you have a big group of students, yeah, when you have many students, I don't feel them at the same time. I should feel my students because not a secret. Many students come to me, not only online this study. It's now because of coronavirus, but many students coming, and I prefer not to have big groups because this is about quality of teaching. And you have many students. I'm not controlling them. I'm not sure that they really studied, that they really want to do something. Sometimes students come and I should connect their parents, especially for children. They do nothing. Why have you sent them? They make trouble to me and make trouble to students that won't study, won't take English language. And so big groups, maybe this is a question of the future, but not for me now. But I want to give one positive example. This autumn, I cooperated with one private school. This is a boarding school. Yes, girls live all the time. And they have not big, but these groups include up to 10 students, small groups from 6 to 8. And there I had not bad experience. There we had good results. That was a personal teaching. That was not. That was classical teaching. That was not online. And maybe that was a question of a discipline because of boarding school. In a boarding school, not only teacher is present. You have an assistant. An assistant is spending all the time with this student, and they're not looking only at me, but they understand that assistant is present here, yeah, and controlling them. And at that time, we had really good results. I am proud about that girls. But online, maximum 2 or 3 students. This is my idea. Maybe you don't agree. Maybe you can.
Thank you so much. Friends, so sorry, less than a minute left. And of course, please, Rita, join.
Oh, yes, thank you. Vyacheslav, yes, you are right. But I'd like to add something about your opinion, because I think that teaching online is very, very important and also a hard